Sister wives. Kody Brown's trial tension permeated the courtroom atmosphere, causing even seasoned reporters to fidget nervously in their chairs. The gallery was crowded, and the buzz of whispered conjecture filled the room like static electricity. Journalists, legal professionals, and spectators all pushed forward in expectation of one of the most startling instances in recent history. Kody Brown sat in the middle of it all, his face hidden under a mask of artificial calm, his trademark golden locks a little unkempt. His fingers tapping softly against the defense table, and his eyes darting toward the evidence folders piled high in front of the prosecution, however, were unmistakably nervous. He had been the head of a large, multiple family for many years, but now that he had lost his position of power, he was just another defendant in the eyes of the court. Janelle Brown sat opposite him, her hands in her lap poised. Her face was unreadable, but there was a silent fire in her eyes, a resolve that had been lacking in the years before. She had once loved Kody, had faith in him. Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel TLC Flicks. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let's dive into the latest drama. Created a life alongside him. However, betrayal has the power to change a person, particularly when it hits at the very center of their stability. Furthermore, Janelle had changed from the person who had trusted without question. Meri Brown sat rigidly beside her, her hands clenched so hard that her knuckles were white. In retrospect, she had spent years attempting to repair a relationship that had never been based on respect or equality. She now had a strange mixture of relief and sadness as the prosecution was ready to expose Kody's financial wrongdoings. Just by entering the courtroom, the judge, a powerful woman with keen eyes that didn't miss anything, demanded silence. The trial began when the gavel struck. Without wasting any time, the prosecution gave a startling opening statement that described financial abuse, dishonesty, and manipulation. In addition to mishandling finances, Kody had routinely embezzled money from the women who had shared their lives with him and used it for selfish endeavors that only benefited him. Janelle was the first to testify. She adjusted the microphone, her voice clear but full of passion, and the courtroom fell silent. She recalled how, in the beginning, combining their money had looked like a sign of solidarity and a vital step in preserving their unusual family structure. She didn't initially have any grounds to doubt Kody's handling of their finances. He had given them all his word that he had their best interests in mind and that the family would always come first when making financial decisions. Then, however, things began to shift. After becoming a regular, the monthly financial reports eventually ceased to exist. Kody downplayed her worries when she asked about the missing money, saying that everything was under control. She needed to trust him. She wanted to trust him. Reality, however, had other ideas. Janelle recounted in agonizing detail how she had started to notice differences in their accounts as the prosecutor led her through the testimony. Credit card charges that didn't seem to be related to family costs, wire transfers to unknown businesses, and sizable unaccounted-for withdrawals were among the transactions on her bank statements that she had never authorized. The more she examined it, the more she realized that something was seriously wrong. The prosecution's evidence, which included bank records showing large transfers to Kody's personal accounts, investment deals that never happened, and company endeavors that had depleted funds without yielding any profits, was met with murmurs from the gallery. Every bit of evidence was another nail in Kody's defensive coffin. Meri squirmed uneasily in her chair as memories came flooding back. She'd been treated the same way, brushed aside when she raised financial concerns, and made to feel as if her worries were unfounded. She had even doubted herself at times since the gaslighting had been so subtle. But now that everything was exposed in stark, numerical form, she experienced a profound sense of validation that was tinged with rage. With each terrible discovery, Kody's jaw tightened as he sat still. For a while, he probably thought he could talk his way out of this. That the harsh truth would be masked by his appeal, the same charisma that had brought these women into his world in the first place. But in the face of indisputable facts, charm was irrelevant. When the prosecution invited financial experts to testify, the courtroom became into a pressure cooker. By describing how money had been embezzled, how loans had been taken out in Janelle and Meri's names without their knowledge, and how assets intended to ensure their futures had been liquidated without their agreement, Each testimony further undermined the facade Kody had put up. When the prosecutor played an audio clip that Janelle had surreptitiously captured during a fight with Kody, the tension peaked. As Kody's disdainful and patronizing voice permeated the room, everyone held their breath. "Janelle, you're making a huge fuss out of nothing. You have no idea how these things operate." Then came the sound of her voice, trembling yet determined. "Kody, I realize that my money is gone. Furthermore, I didn't approve of it." There was a stir in the throng. Stone-faced, Janelle sat and relived the moment she had finally determined she could no longer be quiet. Despite Kody's attorney's best efforts to minimize the harm, the evidence was too strong. Reporters poured into the hallways, microphones poised, when the courtroom doors opened after the judge declared a recess. As cameras flashed, Kody, with his lawyer at his side, kept his head down and his face unreadable. However, he couldn't help but make one final attempt at control as he passed Meri and Janelle. He mumbled under his breath, his voice no longer confident, "This is all a misunderstanding." Janelle didn't even try to answer. She just turned to face Meri, and they both had a hushed moment of comprehension. They had been duped, betrayed, and taken advantage of financially. However, they were no longer victims. One thing became evident as the trial went on: Kody Brown's meticulously constructed image was collapsing, and there was no turning back now. And there's more. Sister Wives star Christine Brown has graciously given a tour of her new Utah rental home. Her former relationship with Kody Brown, who is also married to Robin, Janelle, and Meri Brown, was tumultuous. Christine begged her husband for love and support for years, but he ignored her pleas. Christine finally called it quits on her relationship with Kody in November 2021. Perhaps in an attempt to cut off all contact with him forever, she even paid him $10 for her portion of the family's acreage in Coyote Pass. Christine gave her Instagram fans a first look at her newly opened second rental property in Hurricane, Utah. Christine's essay highlighted the large living room and veranda, as well as the different suites inside the enormous home. She also emphasized the facilities, saying, "It can accommodate 10 people. There is ample space in the garage for automobiles, trucks, and trailers, as well as a private hot tub and a sitting area outdoors." It looks like Christine's new rental home is rather roomy and has a cozy, inviting vibe. It is ideally situated near trails for riding and hiking. Her home has decorations and show-related memorabilia, and many Sister Wives fans appear interested in staying there. In the house tour video, Christine appeared quite enthusiastic, expressing her pride in her business choice and her hope for a substantial return on investment. The fact that David assisted Christine in decorating the space further suggests that they most likely purchased the property together. They will probably grow their rental business in the future. It's probable that Christine and David are thinking about leaving Sister Wives because of their growing dedication to expanding their rental business in Utah. The following season's teaser image implies that Christine and David would be less present, suggesting that they may prioritize their business endeavors over reality TV drama and work to establish profitable passive income sources. Christine may no longer need Sister Wives to reach a large audience on social media, given her big Instagram following of more than 1.5 million. Christine apparently made a lot of money from her first rental property in Moab, Utah, so she decided to add another one in Hurricane. Christine has decided to list both of her houses on VRBO and Airbnb in an effort to increase her profit. Christine has demonstrated that she is not just a TV personality, but also a shrewd businesswoman with this new endeavor. She encouraged her admirers to reserve properties by using her celebrity profile to launch rentals in sought-after areas. A big congrats to the Sister Wives star on her new property. Meri Brown, star of Sister Wives, was raised in a polygamous household, which influenced her outlook on life today. Kody Brown would eventually have 4 spouses in all, the first being a 53-year-old mother of 1. Meri didn't have much alone time with her new husband because Kody took on another wife shortly after they were married. It was quite different for Meri as a woman who had to share her husband, even though she had grown up in a polygamous household thanks to her parents. The Sister Wives Season 19 star left her polygamous husband in 2022 after 32 years of marriage. Meri has not kept quiet about her failing marriage since she left Kody. She might have been impacted by her polygamous upbringing. Because she adhered to the principle, Meri wished to keep living in polygamy. Meri insisted on attending their church to dissolve their spiritual bond even after Kody eventually shoved her away. In 2014, Kody had already formally divorced Meri. If he and Robin were married, it would be simpler for him to adopt Robin's kids. Meri consented to the divorce. After the adoption was finalized, she could have expected him to remarry her, but he remained married to Robin instead, in my opinion. Meri has been more outspoken about her demands ever since she and Kody split up, and a recent Instagram post might help to explain why. Growing up in a plural family in Utah in the 1970s with a dad on the police force is how Meri opens her post. He has to support his family. Silence is required. The difficulties of growing up in polygamy and having to conceal secrets are further discussed in her post. Meri is leaving the principal now, and she will not remain silent any longer. From Meri's post, "I'm worthy of being heard. Among Kody's wives, Meri wasn't the first to quit the union." Christine Brown, 52, who ended her 27-year marriage in 2021, deserves that medal. Christine immediately resumed her dating life. In a Sister Wives television program, she met and married David Woolley quite quickly. Meri appears to be less interested in pursuing another plural marriage and more interested in following in Christine's footsteps. Christine Brown, star of Sister Wives Season 19, hasn't always prioritized herself. The 52-year-old mother of 6 was constantly looking out for others, often at the expense of her own needs. She never felt like she had the marriage she desired as the third of Kody Brown's 4 wives. When Christine ultimately made the decision to make a change in her life, everything changed. After 27 years of marriage, Christine divorced Kody in 2021. Having grown up in a polygamous marriage, the Sister Wives Season 19 star made the decision to leave it. Christine never would have imagined taking such a risk. In the end, it was the best choice she had ever made. Christine is prioritizing herself these days, and she has no qualms about it. Kody's most playful wife was usually Christine. She was his most envious spouse as well. The Sister Wives Season 19 star desired to be with her hubby since she was a romantic. Despite being raised in a polygamous household, Christine herself disliked it. It was made even more difficult for Christine by the fact that Kody appeared to prefer Robin Brown, his 45-year-old fourth and youngest wife. Christine ended the marriage because she had felt abandoned for too long. The cosmos rewarded Christine for her courageous leap shortly after she left Kody. In October 2023, the Sister Wives Season 19 star married David Woolley. Christine finally has the life she's always desired in her monogamous marriage to David. Together, she and her spouse remodel heirlooms, ride motorcycles, and get matching tattoos. The first selfish thing she ever did was to leave Kody in order to pursue happiness, and it worked out well for her. Christine recently reminded everyone on Instagram that she had finished apologizing for prioritizing her needs. For many years, she prioritized Kody and his 18 kids, and she was done. "Taking care of myself isn't selfish, and I don't need to apologize for it," is one of the statements in her caption. It wasn't until she made it happen that the Sister Wives Season 19 actress was ever happier. Fans of Sister Wives Season 19 are worried that the program may end permanently, but it's just what it needs to shift the focus to Christine Brown and David Woolley. Following his dramatic splits from Christine, Meri Brown, and Janelle Brown, Kody Brown and Robin Brown, his only surviving wife, have reportedly remained monogamous. As the Coyote Pass drama takes center stage in the current season, Kody's animosity and cruelty toward his ex-wives have grown. In the meantime, Christine's idyllic wedding to David in Moab was one of the season's high points, demonstrating how well she's adjusting to her new life free of polygamy. While Christine is enjoying her happily ever after, the rest of the family is coping with irreparable fissures brought on by separations and the untimely and terrible death of Garrison Brown. If the program shifts its main character focus from downers Robin and Kody to the lively and entertaining Christine, Sister Wives Season 20 might survive. The sheer exhilaration of Christine's quest after escaping Kody should have taken center stage. One of the most thrilling events in Sister Wives history was her brief romance with David, which ended with an engagement by April 2023 and a wedding a few months later. In contrast to Robin and Kody, Christine and David exude happiness, and Christine expressed that she is happy than ever. The plot involving Kody and Robin has descended into emotional agony in the meantime. Kody, who was the leader of a poly family before Meri, Janelle, and Christine left, is now battling in a monogamous marriage with Robin, who isn't happy with the shift. Although it was intriguing as first, Robin's admission that she is having trouble adjusting has become monotonous. Fans genuinely enjoy Christine, in contrast to Robin and Kody. It is easy to understand why Christine has become a fan favorite on Sister Wives. Christine has taken charge of her life and embraced a new phase since splitting from Kody. It would be more interesting to examine her relationship with her children, which is immensely good, and her new spouse than Kody and Robin's dreary and dismal marriage. Instead of continuing to focus on Kody and Robin, Sister Wives should focus on Christine and David's romance, as they may hold the secret to the show's huge success in Season 20. The program needs a more positive storyline following Garrison's passing, one that stands in sharp contrast to the tense relationship between Kody and Robin. Christine has publicly expressed her joy, putting an end to rumors of marital problems and reaffirming that she and David are doing well. Fans have also taken a liking to Christine and Janelle's developing friendship, and their experiences are more significant than Kody's continuous annoyances. It might revitalize the show and give viewers the uplifting, feel-good plot they desire if Sister Wives turns its attention to Christine and David. The tale of Robin and Kody has become stale. Let us know in your comments. And stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks everyone.